Okay, I thought I'd just make a little commentary here. I made one after the trip uh, about the Wrestlemania trip, and this commentary is in no order or anything. Just going through, like, I'm not gonna do commentary for each picture because it pretty much describes itself. But I'll probably put in my commentary that wasn't commentary, but just something I said on a recording device shortly after I came back. The trip was about 450 miles to get to Arlington, the hotel, and I had to drive through all this 6-lane traffic, or 6 to 8 lanes going one way, and 6 to 8 on the other way. Once I got on I-30, it was, I can't believe I did it. And then when I woke up the next day on Sunday, I was like, am I really doing this? Is this really happening? Because I never thought I would do this. Trip cost over $1,000 and I barely had enough, and I'm still going to be paying off loans this month. But this was a pretty fun trip to do. I had a really nice hotel. I had to get a list of things I needed. I'm not even going to go through that list because I just don't want to. It's a long list. Well, I could just post it in the description later because I don't have that list with me. I kind of miss going to Texas since this was the first time I ever went through Oklahoma or Texas. The crowd was amazing. I made history with the biggest event ever. So I'll just post my commentary later. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say everything I remember about my trip. It was a long one, and I've seen it probably, in that 2 days, I've probably seen more on the road than I've seen in a year. It started out getting the money situated, getting the hotel paid off, all that shit. $300 for tires, or no, more like $350, because all the taxes and other fees and crap included. $480 for the tickets, but I think it was closer to $500 with some extra tax. I thought gas would be about $2 a gallon. It was a little bit cheaper, and I got better mileage, so I purposely calculated higher so I'd have enough money, and I took out a $185 loan. I got to pay that off. It's going to be about $220 by the time it probably gets up to payment day. And then the road. I saw an armadillo on my way. I saw a bunch of these wind generators. I passed the toll booth. It cost $2 instead of 65 cents. What else? Oklahoma City was hell. I got to Edmond, Oklahoma. All the cars at Oklahoma. I found a Walmart there, and it filled 66 gas station. I went to a McDonald's there. On the day I wanted to go, it was originally 10 a.m. When I was getting ready, and actually I was getting ready like at 9 or so. It took forever. I had a huge list of things like cooler, clothes, soap, shampoo, the PS3, which I never used because the internet was down at the place. I had to get the suitcase and get all that stuff packed. I need a survival kit in case the worst happened, so I brought oranges, canned food, some other snacks, sandwich. You never know what's going to happen. And then, okay, after I got on the turnpike, number one, the ticket thing booth didn't many different people and so many different things at this event. It's just insane. So there's an amusement park, which I found on the way back from Oklahoma City, and roller coasters and all kinds of stuff. I saw a lot of crazy cars and crazy drivers. And now that I'm saying that, I'll just get this out of the way, that when I was in Fort Worth, the phone, Google Maps, told me to turn right onto a street, and I was going the wrong way. Traffic was coming at me. That was the biggest danger point. But luckily there was a parking lot. I turned left on, got out of that shit. That was a scary moment. And the only other scary moment was when I was stuck behind a slow truck, wanted to turn left on the I-35, and I thought just this one car that's quite a ways back, and apparently not, and I got car at me. So that was the only two scary situations. Other than that, getting through Oklahoma City, I thought at the time, the first time was hard, but it was nothing compared to Fort Worth and Dallas and Arlington. Trip took about 8 hours with food and stops included. Truck behaved really good and didn't fuck up on the way. It was really tough getting through Fort Worth though. It took 30 minutes or so. It was like 30 miles of pure city and freeway and chaos and all this construction and cones everywhere and detours, and if I didn't have that phone, I would have been lost. And then once I finally got off I-35, you have to get on I-30, which is like, at one point there were 8 lanes going one way and 8 going the other, which was massive. But it's good to have a nice wide street. But unfortunately, if you just turn off from a ramp onto the freeway, there's people in the lane next to you who won't let you turn in, and then you're gonna be forced to take another exit, which did happen at one point or another. So finally, when I got to the hotel, the actual city streets are easy and it was laid back, which I didn't do much except for get gas and other things. It felt like driving through Wichita maybe on just a normal street, not anything like Central. It was a little bit easier actually. Got checked into the hotel. Internet was down first thing, and I actually asked for the key, swiped the credit card, got in, went out, put the key card in my pocket, went and got a bunch of stuff, like suitcases, went all the way back up, only to find the key didn't work. I come down the elevator again, it takes 2 whole minutes, say, okay, my key ain't working. So he does all this redial, then I put it on my key side, go up, key doesn't work. Come down, he does the scan again, go up, key doesn't work. Then he does a bunch of other crap, and I go up like the 3rd or 4th time, and it finally works because I'm holding that thing out. And so that was hell. By 10 o'clock I want to go to bed, and I laid in bed. I thought, oh, I didn't have to take my meds because I was tired. It didn't work, so I took a shower and watched some TV. The internet was down. They said, oh, it's AT&T, it'll be up at 11 tomorrow. Nope, that didn't even happen. So I didn't get to sleep until about 1 o'clock. Then I had a dream that I was on a boat cruise with some hot blonde chicks, and we were like cruising the ocean. Anyway, that happened, and they started opening doors loud at 5 a.m. People slamming that ice chest, which was next to me, and that was the rude people. The night after that wasn't as bad, even though it was a bad day, sort of. Okay, so the tension that was building up that day. Am I really going to go to Wrestlemania? Is this actually going to happen? wanted cleaning crew to get my room over with because I was scared it might take something because you put all of that stuff in. There was a sign that said, "Oh, please get a safe from the lobby area," which I didn't do. And I should ask for earplugs, but later I said, "You have earplugs," and they don't, which was at 1 a.m. And then I should have went to the pool. They had a pool there. I should have looked into more than that, but I didn't have any time to do anything. So I went down to breakfast about 8:30 in the morning. They've been keeping me up since 6, whatever, 5. And get my sleep, and then had my breakfast. Someone stole all the ham and scrambled eggs. Went back up, tried to get on the computer. Internet was not up. I left about 1:30, which I thought would be early, but I'm glad I did at my time because I figured I gotta find out if this parking lot is real. I gotta get to this area, and the walk may be longer, and the crowds might be longer than I expected, and yes, it was. So I got about to the subway, which when I called, I thought they said when they said subway, I thought they meant an actual subway since I don't know this city, and I know the subways are in New York, and they didn't say Subway restaurant, but whatever. I finally found it after driving through chaos. I had to get through chaos on those not interstates, but freeway, whatever. There's like this one intersection where there's like 10 or 20 different ramps that are really sky high, and they're just drop off and go all these different directions, and it's like a nightmare. And it's like a Rush 2, like the video game where there's those crazy roads, but this brings me back to the crazy dreams I used to have about driving on these things that I've never seen before until now in real life. And so I drove for about 30 minutes, which was about like 35 miles or so, I don't know, somewhere around there. Got to Randall Mill Road, pulled in the wrong parking lot. They had all this shit blocked off. Traffic was heavy. They go, "Yo, you can't pull in." "Well, stop blocking my street. I need to pull because I don't know where the fuck I'm going." So I finally went to another area just by the ballpark, and that was the wrong one too. They said, "Oh, go down a few blocks." Finally found it. There's about one parking spot left, so I'm glad I got there early. A ton of people with Wrestlemania shirts in at the subway. And then I talked to somebody who said he was from Kansas. He likes Undertaker. Said that's why I'm going. I couldn't believe I was finally at Wrestlemania. So I walked for about a mile with tons of crowds to the event. I got there about 2 or 2:30. Found the stadium, just a big line and just people walking. I didn't know where a line started or ended or anything. And then I saw the Big Show in the looked like a golf cart scooter. What else? Just kept walking, finally found the stadium. Tons of people, no walking room, no even moving room at all. You're going to touch everybody you walk by. It's smelly, really smelly BO, and I found an entrance, and it was entrance A, and I didn't do my research, and then my ticket said entry GH or J or something like that, so I had to go all across the place, and then got to a new line about 3:30. They're supposed to open doors at 3:30, but I think they should have done it at 1 because the show is supposed to start at 5, and they let people in so slow. We had to jump a fence, me and some other people I talked with. This guy who was drinking beer, whatever, his girlfriend, I don't know. Finally got in about 5:40 or so. They said, the people in line said, "Oh, you can't take those binoculars in because it's a case and they'll make you throw it out." But luckily the people were nice, and I was so glad I got in because I was worried about that. And also at this time I was worried about his stuff was going to get stolen from me at the hotel. And so when I finally got in the line, I spent like 2.5 hours waiting. I finally got in. Show was already going, and somehow there was like tons of people in, so but it was just that entry that was really freaking slow. Oh, on the way, I saw the Rock sign and the New Day sign and Snoop Dogg. I saw him through entry A, and that was a bullshit entry probably, and I should have figured it out when people were getting sent back to the other area. Anyway, I finally got in the ring. It was huge, massive, and all you could see was people, and it smelled funny, and I saw section 223 or whatever, 222, whatever I was in, but all I saw was like a line. It looked like a cliff, and there's just people there, and they were blocking the staircase, so it was a troll move, and I thought, oh, I see another staircase. I go down, and it's the 100 sections. I go up, it's 300 sections. So I go around half the arena looking for my damn seat, which I was guaranteed. I thought I didn't have one. And that food area in the lobby, whatever, was packed with people. I spent 30 minutes walking through that because you couldn't move at all. Literally, you're just stuck in your spot with a million people around you. So I finally found my seat because I saw somebody going through like a hidden staircase with a mob of people. And I saw that arena. It was just massive. I can't remember the first match I saw. I'd have to watch the replay of it. But it was huge. You could barely see. I could kind of see with binoculars. I took lots of pictures and stuff. Saw The Undertaker for the first time. And since the show is recorded, I won't talk much about my experience, except I don't like that they booed Roman Reigns and all that. And then after the event, lots of fireworks off. I heard fireworks go outside. They show a picture of it. I wish I could have been outside and there at the same time to see it for myself. But you can't be two places at once. So after the event was over, I don't know why it lasted till 11 o'clock, but it did. It was a little bit before 11, if I remember right. It was about 10:50. The games, music went off and stuff, and they were actually giving handshakes to people in the front row, which probably wasn't on air and shows they're out of character. And then getting through that massive crowd was a nightmare. Walked for an hour till about midnight. Then I had to wait. No, it was about, got there 11:50. Had to wait about 20 minutes. It was 12:10 a.m. before I could pull out because there's cars everywhere and mobs of people. Then I had to find a McDonald's because I was fucking starving. Had to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to go in the stadium or anything because I'd be waiting for an hour to go to the bathroom. So I got out of there, got my food, pulled down, ate it, ran all the way back to the hotel. It was about 1:30 a.m. before I got in, and it took me till about 3 a.m. to get to sleep. Got up 8 o'clock in the morning, had breakfast, back on the road, and I think I covered the things that I saw. Here's what I didn't cover. On my way to Wichita, the car finally fucked up just before the turnpike. I didn't know what speed I was going. It was just the speedometer that was broken. And then when I thought, oh, it will reset when I stop and pay my dues. Made $2, even though it says 65 cents on the site. And then went through it, and I was stuck in first gear, and it was like this loud noise at RPM. My windshield wipers are busted, which I'm going to now replace them because I know they're broken for sure. There's about 150 bugs I hit on the way, and a ton of bug spiders. I want to show Mom. And so it was hell getting home. It kind of felt like it was a long time, but it kind of felt short. And after all, like also because of how long the trip was, so from Wichita to Hutch, it didn't even seem that long because I was driving for like 7 or 8 hours. And I can't believe I did all this and now I'm home and done with it.